Action, JVD.
Where can you win up to $52,000 in a single turn of a card? It's right here on Card Charts. And ladies and gentlemen, here's the guy that always has the ace up his sleeve, your host, Rodney Flippin.
All right, thank you, JVD. It's true, I do always have something up my sleeve. But right now, we have a good champion with us who has won $20,000 in the last big money game. Will he do it again or even win $32,000? Let's get to the cards. Alright guys, and we're ready to do the Card Sharks on the Rodney 1279 channel. We have our returning champion in the forms of Rondane Hollar, who has a 3-game winnings total of $36,600. How you doing, sir?
I'm ready to go.
And we're not going to waste any time. And his challenger is Gary Newkirk. How you doing, sir? What's up? Are you ready to play Card Shark, sir?
I'm blessed and highly favored. I've been getting some more practice in this. All I can say is enough talk. Let's get to the game. Shall we, sir?
Alrighty, we shall. And guys, y'all know how to play, but for the YouTube audience, here's the rules of Card Sharks. I'm going to read these guys some how they'll toss up questions for control of this game board. And when they get to this game board, the object is for them to work their way across this game board by predicting whether these cards are higher or lower than the ones before it. Whoever gets to the end of the game board first will win the game and $500. It takes 2 games to win a match, and the first to win $1,000 will go on to the money cost for $32,000 and have a shot at winning $20,000 in our 7-card big money game, okay? So, Rondane, you'll still be playing the blue cards because you're the champion. And Gary, you're playing the red cards because you're the challenger, okay?
Alright.
Good luck, both of you. Alright, Rondane, here's your first question. We asked 100 people and asked them, do you believe that some people have mystical powers and can communicate with the spirit world? How many people do believe?
I'm going to say 28.
Going with 28. Gary, is it higher or lower than 28?
May you please repeat the question? I couldn't hear you there. Hold on, let me turn you up. Okay, now I can hear you perfectly.
Oh. Okay, here's the question again, Gary. We asked 100 people and asked them, do you believe that some people have mystical powers and can communicate with the spirit world? How many people do believe? And Rondane said 28.
To be honest, that's a good number, and I would say lower because due to the fact it's sort of fake. But just to make sure, I'm going to have to say just a tad bit higher.
You confused me there, Gary, because I thought you was going to really say lower. You're going higher. Okay.
I was going to say lower, but just a tad, a smidge higher.
All right, Gary, well, just a higher or lower will do. You're going higher, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. If it's higher, you'll play your cards. If not, Rondane will play his cards. Let's check it out. The actual number of people that do believe that people can communicate from the spirit world is 39. It is higher. Good job, Gary.
Alright. The last game I played, I do apologize. I was a little distracted. So I do apologize for that, but I'm focused.
Okay. Well, Gary, here's your opening card. Gary, your opening card is an 8, 7 plus 1. You can play. He's going to change it. When you win the question, you can change the card. The 8 becomes a 2. Good change.
Good. Higher.
Higher than a 2. It's an 8. 7 plus 1.
I'm going to have to freeze on that card.
If you had left that 8 up there, it would have been a double. Good that you changed that. All right, Gary, here's your question.
All right.
Gary surveyed 100 people, and we asked them, Are you still angry at your parents for something they did when you were a kid? How many people say they are?
Oh, gosh. Now, I'm going to say that's going to be a middle number. Due to the fact we all had our moments with our parents and got mad. All had our moments. I'm going to have to say, like what Steve Man said, but we're not going to get to that. Well, I'm going to have to say medium number around 62.
62. Rondane, is it higher or lower than 62?
I'm going to go a little lower.
Going lower, okay, let's check it out. The actual number of people that said that they were still angry at their parents for something they did when they were a kid is 29. It is lower. Rondane gets it. Good job, Rondane.
Thank you.
You'll have your first shot at the cards. Rondane, your card is an 8. 7 plus 1.
I'm going to change it.
All right. The 8 becomes a 9. Only a little bit better.
All right, I'll try lower.
Lower than a 9. No, it's a king. All right, Gary, you get a free chance. You have to play off that 8. 7 plus 1.
No, I don't get off the 8, but I'm going to take a mere guess. I'm going to have to say a little bit lower.
Lower than an 8. No, it's a jack. So no progress. Resetting these cards. And Rondane, it's your question. Rondane, we surveyed 100 men over the age of 65 and asked them, if you could choose between having $10 million or eternal youth, would you choose eternal youth? How many senior citizen men would choose eternal youth? Eternal youth, you asked what eternal youth is? That means having youth forever. Eternal means forever, continual youth.
I will say somewhere about 59.
Going with 59, Rondane. Is it higher or lower than 59, Gary?
They said 59. Now that is a very good number. I'm going to have to say just a tad bit higher.
A tad bit higher, okay. Let's check it out.
I don't know for sure.
The actual number of senior citizen men that would choose eternal youth is... It is 40. It is not higher. It is lower, so Rondane gets it. All right, Rondane, you have the 9 here. You want to play it or change it?
I'll change it.
All right. The 9 becomes a 6.
Higher.
Higher than a 6. No, it's a double. Free chance, Gary, you have to play off the 8.
All right, since I went lower last time, I'm going to say higher.
Higher than the 8. It's a 10.
Okay. Now, okay, I'm going to have to freeze on that.
Freezing on the 10. And we're going into our sudden death question, so that means somebody must win on this play of the cards, so control is critical. Gary, it's your question.
All right.
And let me turn the page. Gary, we surveyed 100 married women who have children and asked, on Halloween, have you ever driven your kids to a fancy neighborhood so they could get better candy? How many mothers admit they have?
The old trick where the fancy kids had better candy. Pretty much all candy is the same on Halloween.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna have to say low number. 43.
4-3?
43.
43, okay.
Yes, sir.
Rondane, is it higher or lower than 43?
I'm going to go lower.
Lower than 43. Okay, let's check it out. The actual number of mothers that admitted they have went to a fancy neighborhood so they can get better candy is 19. It is lower. Good job, Rondane. Now you have a decision, Rondane. You have a 6. You have the power to change that 6 if you want to, but you have 4 cards to go in order to win this game. Gary has a 10. He does not have the power to change that 10. He has 2 cards to go. Do you want to play it yourself or force it on Gary to play?
It's going to be a gamble, but I'm going to pass.
Okay, Gary, you have to play off the 10. You make one mistake and Rondane wins this game.
How many cards left to go?
2.
Okay. Let me think here. Either higher than 10 or lower. My brain's playing tricks on me to figure out. But just to make sure.
Need an answer, Gary.
I have a funny feeling, but I have to go lower.
Lower than a 10. It's a 3.
Higher.
To win the first game, higher than a 3. Yes, and you got the first game. Good job, Gary.
Yes.
So that will give you $500. And guys, we're going to take our first commercial break. And when we come back, we'll do game number 2 of Card Shark. Stay tuned.